can I ask you another question that came up? You were in the news recently. A man by the name of Jake Paul said he wanted to box you and made a deal with Dana, or I tried to make a deal with Dana where he fights you and Amanda Serrano fights Amanda Nunes. Did any of this get discussed? Was there any possibility of this happening when he fought Tyron and beat him that following week when he was, coming out there and throwing this out there? Was there any talk of this actually happening between you and Jake Paul?
The UFC utterly does not give a flying fuck about what's his face that you just said. So the problem is that I'm signed to the UFC, so I have to do what they say and they pay me bigger checks. This guy talks a lot about, I'm going to write you a $50 million check. But go look at the pay-per-views that he's selling. He ain't writing nobody a $50 million check. Go actually look at the fucking numbers that they're actually sold on Showtime or on Thriller or whatever thing he's talking about. He doesn't have that money. But again, he's trolling the whole world saying all these big money deals. Like right now, where I'm at in my career, I'm going to fight the world's best fighters in the world, right? We could both agree they're in the fucking UFC. And they're at 170 pounds. There's a lot of good guys that I could fucking beat up. And I'm going to get the most money for it, my brother. Now, when I am done beating up world-class fighters, this bum will still be around. I'll go and collect a quick paycheck for hitting him so fucking hard in front of the whole world, those type of options always be there. But right now, while I'm in my prime, I got to do things that people in their prime do, and that's fight the world's best. He's not in that conversation or ever will be,
Hey, he said that you guys go back and forth on DM, like a little trash talk. Is that true?
Yeah, we've trash talked a little bit. He was sending me things that he was posting up because they asked me who's going to win. Because we used to be like kind of semi-cool, like cordial. And then they asked me who's going to win. I'm like, well, he's going to win. He's my boy. And he's going to fucking knock him out. He got all butthurt, right? He fucking sent me a bunch of things on DMs just like jokes and memes and all that types of shit. And I just put something to him like, man, you're salty, Because he knows at the end of the day on a face-to-face he can't say any of that unless he has his 50 bodyguards and I'm by myself. Because at the end of the day, I could always just pick this little kid up and slam him through the concrete so hard that he would be invalid for the rest of his life. Like, he wouldn't be able to walk. So he knows that. That's in the back of his mind. So even when he talks to me on DM, it's very respectful, very chill, like a couple jokes and stuff. But he knows, like, you got to chill, man, because I really don't give a fuck,
Okay, so right now this is not of interest. Just to be clear, not of interest, and it wasn't even discussed with the UFC because I thought there was a chance they might actually try to do it like they did Mayweather-McGregor. There's money to be made. This wasn't ever really discussed. Not
on actually like on a funny level. Like they were like, man, I wish you could beat Jake Paul up in the street or something. Like you did Leon, that'd be hilarious, blah, blah, blah. But as far as like it actually happening in real life, no, they don't care about that at all,
Okay. Perhaps at some point you'll do boxing because you've said you wanted to box.
I've always wanted to box, and when the opportunity comes, I'm going to take it. I'm going to make sure I get compensated well because obviously I'm not a boxer going in the boxing. So I'm going to make sure that I am compensated beyond belief.